Hey, my feel good friend, and welcome to the Feel Good Social Podcast mini-sode. I don't even know what number mini-sode we're on right now, if we're honest. But if this is your first time joining a mini episode of the podcast, my friend, these are quick and actionable episodes where I try to give you advice as quickly as possible to honor your time that you can take and implement for your brand this week. I do try to talk very, very fast, and today I'm going to be trying to talk extra fast because I don't know if you've been tuning into the podcast lately, but we are currently living in a doghouse situation. We are pet sitting for Brett's parents, and we have 5 animals. Well, no, sorry, 5 dogs plus a cat in this house right now. Plus Brett is, I don't know, he's deciding to take it on himself to fix up his parents' yard while they're on vacation. It's very, very sweet, if we're honest. But he is staining the fence outside today. He just had to run to the hardware store to get more stain. So I'm going to try to rep out this mini-sode as quickly as possible so that we have very minimal interruptions. But if you happen to listen to this week's podcast episode, I was chatting all about my 5 steps that I am personally taking to create a stress-free social media summer for myself. I'm very excited about this. I'm calling stress-free social media summer is like my hot girl summer. You know what I mean? That's my running joke that I think I'm hilarious about. And I would love to encourage you to join me if you are feeling like just not stressing about posting too often on social media this summer or what the heck to post or any of that. Go back and listen to episode 125 from this week, our regular episode. And in episode 125, when I was sharing my 5 steps to a stress-free social media summer, I did promise this mini-sode where I am sharing 6 Canva templates that you can create for your brand and post again and again and again. This is one of those topics that I geek out about so much because it not only is actually strategic for your social media strategy, but it also is super, super helpful for you in making the content creation process way easier, right? And I am super stoked because the 6 templates I'm going to suggest that you create for your brand today, I actually have available in our Feel Good Social Club. I'm not sure if you've heard me yapping about the club before, but the Feel Good Social Club is our online membership for making your content creation process for your brand as easy peasy as possible, right? We have customizable Canva templates in there, post prompts. I drop off content ideas to your inbox every Sunday. We have an awesome community of people who I love, and we host monthly workshops that are so much fun to come together and brainstorm content ideas for each upcoming month, right? So if you do love the idea for the templates that I'm throwing out there in today's minisode, if you are interested in joining a rad community of down-to-earth entrepreneurs who are out there doing the dang thing with your business just like you, then head to feelgoodsocial.com/club. Check it out, my friend. I would love to have you join us. And if you do, you will gain immediate access to all the Canva templates in the Canva template library, including the templates that I'm going to be talking about today. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right in. Hey friend, and welcome to the Feel Good Social Podcast. I'm your host, Kinsey, and I'm here to help you market your business in a genuine way that works without wasting your precious time. On this show, we chat about social media strategy and mindset tips with a focus on, you guessed it, feeling good. So sit back, relax, and enjoy some genuine conversation for the good of your biz. Okay, now before I dive into the 6 different types of templates that you can create for your brand that you can post again and again and again, I really quickly want to just touch on what the heck I'm talking about and why this is so helpful and important, okay? So when I say graphic Canva templates, I'm basically talking about any type of customizable Canva template that you can create for your brand, regular posts that you post often that have to do with your content pillars and all that stuff. And if you can create 1 or 2 or 3 versions of these types of Canva templates that look on brand for you, you will be able to post them again and again and again, just switching out the content that you put in there. But it makes your life so much easier. That is really, really why we want to make sure that we are doing this for our brand and also giving ourselves permission to post things again and again and again. Because number one, a lot of people think that we need to start from scratch every time we are posting, right? This is something that I drove home in this week's regular episode 125 of the podcast. But the truth of the matter is that if you are not getting bored with your content, if you don't feel like you're posting very similar looking things or sounding things or talking about the same topics over and over for your brand, then you're not being very strategic with your content. The fact of the matter is that not everyone sees every single one of your posts on Instagram. And even if we do, we don't retain the information very well, right? It takes us up to 20 times that we have to see, hear, read something before we actually retain what information we're processing and then take action on it, okay? Because our attention spans are so freaking minimal on Instagram, right? So really, in order to be as strategic as possible with your content, you need to be repeating yourself, whether it's with the colors, the graphics, the topics, and the captions even, right? So it's okay to repeat yourself. And if you think you're boring, that's okay because you're in the middle of your content creation and you do see every single one of your posts. But everyone else doesn't. And they're consuming so much content all the time that you really need to repeat yourself in order to be remembered and for your ideal customers to actually take the actions that you want them to take, right? So that is why these templates that you can create for yourself can come in super, super handy and strategically for your content is because you're actually doing your ideal customers and followers a favor by continuing to use the same templates, because then your brand becomes more recognizable, memorable, and the information sinks in, right? But also creating templates for yourself just makes your life so much easier because like I said before, you're not starting from scratch with every single one of your posts. You have a template for this type of post. You have a template for this type of post. You have a template for this type of post. Once you do the initial creating of the templates, then basically all you have to do is go back and plug in a new testimonial or plug in 3 new tips that you want to share or whatever that looks like, right? But you don't have to create the whole graphic every time you go to create a post for Instagram, right? It just saves you so much time, which is something that I love. So that is why we want to create templates for ourselves. Okay, now when it comes to the 6 different types of templates, I recommend that you do create for your brand and then keep handy to use again and again and again for your posts throughout the month. Remember, I did say that I do actually have Canva templates available for each of these types of posts in the Feel Good Social Club. So make sure you go check it out. It's feelgoodsocial.com/club. I would absolutely love to see you in there, my friend. But number 1, the first type of template that you can create for your brand is a tips template. Okay. And I say, 3 tips or you could do a hot tips sort of template or something like that. And these can be laid out in lots of different ways, right? I actually have tips templates in the club for not only carousel formats, but also in Reels format, right? So I do recommend that you create a template for each of these types of templates I'm suggesting today in the format of like carousel and or Reels, like whatever you want to be posting, right? But tips templates are so easy to share. They help to position you as an expert in your industry. They're super helpful for gaining the trust of your ideal customers. And they're super awesome to lay out graphically, right? So creating a 3 tips for or just a hot tip, like a single hot tip template, I do recommend in Reels format. I have lots of different tips templates for in Reels format in the Feel Good Social Club, and they are performing really well, actually. I like to test out all of the templates I put into the Feel Good Social Club myself and my own content just to see kind of how they perform, if there's any way I could improve them. And the tips templates do perform really well in Reels format. So I do recommend starting to post tips in Reels format for sure. Okay, the second template you can create for your brand is a customer testimonial template. And once again, in the Feel Good Social Club, we have customer testimonial templates in both like carousel format / square post format and Reels format, which I love as well. I've been really, really loving creating templates for Reels, guys. And there's lots of templates that you can create in Reels format that people don't really think about yet. But actually, graphic Reels are performing well. Like, I've been impressed. But yeah, customer testimonials are something you can share again and again and again. You can split your customer testimonials up. You can do screenshot customer testimonials. I do have a set of 15 customer testimonial templates for Reels in the Feel Good Social Club if you want to take a look and see what I'm talking about. But, I love customer testimonials so much because it provides social proof. It nurtures your customer. It gives you the opportunity to sell to your ideal customer and just solidify them in their decision to buy from you, right? And this is something that is so, so easy to share. I actually have an episode that I shared a few weeks ago all about customer testimonials. So totally go back and listen to that. But this is definitely a template that you want to create for your brand because you can share a customer testimonial like every week, right? Okay, the third template to create for your brand is a fake tweet template. Oh my gosh, you guys, fake tweets have been performing crazy. Like, they're having a moment on Instagram right now. I've been posting fake tweets for myself, for Feel Good Social. I've been posting some for my clients. I have seen my Feel Good Social clubbers posting fake tweets because I do have a set of fake tweet Reels templates in the Feel Good Social Club right now, and they are all performing like gangbusters, right? Fake tweets are basically just creating a quote unquote fake Twitter post. You've probably seen this on Instagram. They're kind of popular. And in Reels format, you do get quite a few views, especially if the quote unquote tweet, like the text, the one-liner or two-liner that you come up with is super, super relatable for your ideal customer, right? So create a fake tweet template that feels on brand for you, and you can just throw a new relatable one-liner in there every week. And I swear they are doing really, really well on Instagram right now. So like I said, I do have a set of 15 in the Feel Good Social Club. If you want somewhere to start, it's feelgoodsocial.com/club. Okay, the fourth kind of template that you could create for your brand is a promotional post template. Okay. This could be if you host pop-up sales often or something, if you want to feature different offers that you have often or something like that. And, or if you want to promote something that's just like regular weekly content, such as the podcast for Feel Good Social Podcast, I definitely have a template that I go back to again and again and again every week when I share my new episode, or a blog or a YouTube video, all that jazz. Creating templates for your promotional posts that you share again and again and again often is a great idea. And why not? You know what I mean? Okay. The fifth template that you can create for your brand is a reminder post. Okay. So this could also be kind of grouped in with a quote post of some sort, right? But you've probably seen those posts on Instagram. They're like, reminder. And then it's like an inspirational saying like, you are enough, or something like that, right? What do those types of quote unquote reminders or even just inspirational quotes look like for your brand? These types of things perform really, really well because they're relatable for people, because they're shareable. People can easily take these posts and share them to their Instagram stories. And this is actually another set of 15 different versions of a template that I have in the Feel Good Social Club. I created 15 different versions of a Reels reminder template. Can you tell that I've been just stuffing the club full of Reels templates lately? Because they are performing really well and they're getting the best reach on Instagram. So why not, if you're gonna post something, post it in Reels format, And like I said, they actually perform really well because people love to share these fake tweets, these reels, or the reminder reels, all that different stuff. They actually get quite good views, even though they are just graphic templates and you don't even got to show your face for them, which I also love. Although I do recommend that you show your face. I just know that it's kind of scary sometimes. Okay, so create reminder templates for yourself. This is something that you can use again and again and again, and just switch up the inspirational saying or reminder every week, right? Okay, the sixth type of template that you can create for your brand is an introduction template and or a feature template of some sort, like a customer feature template. Or, I have a few members of the Feel Good Social Club own or have clients who are studios who offer different classes for their studio space, right? And so they could feature different instructors. I could feature different club members or something like that. Or you could do an introduction template for yourself or your team members, right? Like just sharing a few fun facts about yourself or you're the members of your team or something like that, right? So it's basically just showing your face. I recommend a video, right? And I also recommend in Reels format just because they are getting such great reach. And then listing 3 fun facts about yourself or one of your team members or a customer that you want to feature or something like that. Or it could just be giving a little introduction paragraph, like I help down-to-earth entrepreneurs market themselves on social media without wasting their precious time. So in the Feel Good Social Club, once again, I have 15 different versions of an introduction Reels template that could be used for yourself as the head of your business or feature some of your team members or clients or anything like that, right? People love to get to know the face behind the brand and the people who are making the brand happen. And the more you can introduce yourself and share your team members and feature your clients and all that different stuff, and you can show your faces and just tell a little bit about your personal story, the more people will relate to your brand and want to buy from you and not the other Jane Schmain brand over there who's not as cool. Share these things often. And if you create a template for yourself, you can use it again and again and again. I recommend that my Feel Good Social Clubbers reintroduce themselves to their followers once a month. Seriously, that is okay. And I recommend that they're sharing personal stories every single week, right? The more we can humanize our brands and make our brands personal, the more a chance you have of standing out online. Seriously, okay? So if you want to see what these introduction Reels templates look like, don't forget, check out the Feel Good Social Club and check out the club for all these templates. It's feelgoodsocial.com/club. Once again, the 6 templates that you can create for your brand are tips templates, customer testimonial templates, fake tweet templates, promotional post templates, reminder or inspirational quote templates, and then introduction or customer feature templates. Okay. And like I said, I do have all of these in Reels format in the club. Last thing I want to say, once you create these templates, you could actually share these every single week if you wanted. You could make these into your 6 content post pillars and share them once a week. And guess what? You're posting 6 times a week at that point. And these are super, super easy to batch content with, right? If you do it all at the same time and you think, okay, there's 4 weeks out of the month, I need to come up with 4 different tips posts that I want to share, one for each week, right? I need to come up with 4 different customer testimonial posts, one that I want to share for each week, 4 different fake tweets, 4 different promotions, 4 different reminders, 4 different introductions or features. And guess what? You've just created content for an entire month in just one sitting using these easy templates. So that was the last thing I wanted to say. I so recommend that you do that to make your summer as stress-free when it comes to social media as possible. Don't forget to go back and listen to this week's episode, the regular episode 125, if you haven't yet. And my friend, I'm over here wishing you a stress-free social media summer. I'll be right there with you. Thanks so much for listening, my friend. For show notes and a whole lot of other awesome freebies, visit feelgoodsocial.com. Simply go to feelgoodsocial.com for all the goods.